Hello guys! Today I want to show you everything I've done so far in the Bubbly Basin DLC in Pokopia. Let's jump right into it. Over here I built a house for Horsey's family. I really wanted to include the Horsey fountains because I feel like it's a staple in their family. I like calling evolutionary lines a family just because I think it's funny. Okay, let's take a look inside now. I tried to make this a bedroom. Seems like there's a lot of visitors today. It's very crowded and tough to move through. Now that we got through, I can show you guys the living room. Since we got the new window panels, I really wanted to try and make a bay window. I also really like functional houses, so I had to make an upstairs bedroom for Horsey. I actually paired Choodle with Horsey in this bedroom because they both seemed kind of nerdy to me and I think they get along well. Up next we have Lanterns and Chin Chow's house. I'm honestly not very good at pronouncing Pokemon names or words in general. Took the interior walls and bottom baseboard from underneath the temple space before I changed it, so I wanted to try and keep the original aquarium look because I actually really liked that. And then up here I decided to hide a water wheel, so now it's nice and concealed here. So over here we have Dratini and Dragonair's house, which I will probably change eventually. I really want to make them like a temple of some sort. I just don't really have any good ideas right now, or at least with the amount of patterns I have, or crafting things, because I haven't really been time skipping, so I don't have a ton of things, and I just feel like this house is really small, so I will probably make it like a shop eventually. Up here is kind of awkward, but I wanted to keep the furniture items that they like, the bathtub and the shower head. I do really like this little porch though. I like when houses have little porches and decks and things like that. And over here, I turned that first little house into a shaved ice store thing. I don't really know who's going to operate it yet. These two don't really have a designated home yet, but I do have an idea for them. Of course, I also had to include a little deck up here. I'm not completely done with the interior. I've made a better version of this in Bleak Beach, but I just kind of wanted to make it a little different, and I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do, but this is what I have so far. I'm not completely sure what I'm going to put over here. For now, I have a cute little picnic spot though. I was going to put a gazebo, but I thought that might be a little too big. Alright, so up next is something that I really wanted to make in Bleak Beach, but I ended up not doing it, and I decided that this area would be the perfect place for a water park. And of course I had to include a gift shop. I tried to make it look like a present with bow on top using roof parts. I've also been working on some concession stands and a place to eat. I added some water underwater, reminds me of Goo Lagoon from SpongeBob. Over here I added some bubbles and a splash pad. Whenever I see kids playing on a splash pad, they usually have characters and things like that with water coming out, so I tried to do something like that with the plushes. I actually really wanted to build a Pokemon Center over here. I wanted the area around the gym to be full of life and full of shops and things like that. So I was a little disappointed when I found out I couldn't build a Pokemon Center underwater. I really hated the idea of the Pokemon Center being secluded in the cave. So after trying to put it on buoys and things like that, I decided to dig out this whole area and place it here. I was just so happy though that a Pokemon Center finally had a block to match the base part of it, so I really wanted to give this Pokemon Center a special place where everyone could enjoy it. I think the frustration of figuring out how to get the water out and place it here was very worth it though, because I love how it's turning out. I've been trying to make this a fun, livable place for the Pokemon here, while also trying to stay true to the under the ocean feel. So it's been fun trying to find balance in that. It's easy to compare my progress to people who are further along, especially since I don't even have all the recipes in the main game itself. But comparison is the theft of joy, and this game is supposed to be about hanging out with your favorite Pokemon and helping them create a fun life without humans. I'm pretty excited about this next area. It's going to be my Girly Pop area. Everything is going to be pink and pretty. This is Lovedis and Corsola's house so far. I do have plans to move Lovedis though with their evolution. Oh, she left me hanging. Corsola really loved the watermelon, so I tried to include a watermelon patch in front of her house. Up next, that is the temple that is still under construction. I still don't have the spiral pillar recipe. I really need to work on it. I also need more of the statues. I still need one for this left side here. But I started putting down some things to make it pretty and elegant, and I really wanted to get these pastel tiles down to sort of match Primarina's pastel vibe she's got going on. And here is Brianne's room, and here is Primarina's room. I still have a lot of work to do as I unlock more recipes and crafting things, but I really like how it's turning out so far. Over here is the cave area. I really wanted to be able to put Pokemon that could, probably live on both land and water in here. Wiglet and Wugtrio both had music stuff for their habitats, so I wanted to include a stage in between their houses. And I also found this rug, which was amazing for this. Over here I have Crawdont and Corefish's habitats. I tried to make it tropical and cozy for them. I originally wanted to put all the big guys in this house, but I'm not really sure if they would fit comfortably. Oops, sorry sir, I will not disturb you. My original vision was making this some sort of spa area, and I still think I might do that. But for now I have all these little guys hanging out together, but I do have plans to move some of them even out of Bubbly Basin. Over here is Swampbird's house. I will probably eventually put Marshtomp over here as well, once I get the toy thing that he needs for his habitat. I accidentally told him to follow me. You can stay there, good sir. I didn't like the idea of this just having one entrance and exit, so I built this. What is this, you ask? It's a secret tunnel that I dug out to be able to connect different areas more easily. Over here is the Girly Pop area, and then you go back through and you arrive at the gardens, which I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to do yet. This might be where I put Dragonair and Dratini, unsure yet. This was originally supposed to be just Sharpedo's home, but Cloyster said it looked nice and wanted to move himself in, so now they're roommates. Up here we have both Frillishes, Frilli, I don't know the multiple version of the word. And I made them a little treasure cove based on their habitats. And that is because I thought it fit the theme of this pirate ship that's located right next to it. I made a sunken pirate ship for all the dark Pokemon out there. Especially, of course, Delmise. I made captain's quarters. Veluza currently lives here. I tried to include a map and a treasure chest and things like that. I tried to make the ship look broken and like it has been here for a long time, covered in coral and being reclaimed by the sea. I made sails. I was originally going to make them with banners, but it took up all my white dye, so maybe in the future. I feel like a narcissist putting a diddle flag up top, but here we are. Over here we have Carvana's house. I tried to add this little detail because it kind of felt like a fish tank. I wanted to make like actual places where you would see fish sleeping and hanging out. I don't know what my plans are for Wimpod and Glycepod's house, but this is what I have so far. I started to make like a poison toxic area for Marini and Toxapex, since they are poison types. I also tried to include a heat rock because they like it warm, and other little things that I thought fit the vibes. I got Stunkfist over here. He likes lots of plants and things like that, so I tried to include lots. Pincurchin, I kind of just felt like fit Marini and Toxapex's vibe, so I wanted him close to them. I want to make the dark area as cool as possible. I have thalassophobia, so I don't like the trenches at all. In fact, I'm kind of covering them up to an extent, so I wanted to do something else that they could be happy with and have a nice area, but without wanting to throw up every time I visit them, and not feel like Pokopia has turned into a horror game for me. I have hardly worked over here, but I want to try and turn this area into a Japanese kind of area. I always wanted to give like Magikarp and Gyarados like an actual good water home, so I'm very excited to move them here, and it's going to extend above water, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to move a lot of Pokemon here. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching this video, and this was my first ever long video on YouTube, so thanks for bearing with me as I transition from using just subtitles and short videos to actually speaking and learning how to talk through a microphone. A lot of scenes I filmed for this I had in mind of texts or things like that, so it was weird going into it with a voiceover because things did turn out differently than how I envisioned. So thank you, and see you again next time.